BMW fanatics, welcome to the garage. Never thought I'd have to make a video on how to jack your car, but typical BMW, it's a lot more complicated than your average car. If you've seen the jack post, you'll know why. So odds are you bought one of these rubber pucks and you think you're doing it right. Well, let me tell you, you could be doing it wrong with these. I've designed something superior that you can make and design yourself. You'll notice it fits right into your jack. And for your jack stands, I've also designed something that not only locks, but fits right into the existing BMW jack post. Stay tuned and I'll explain why these are superior. And even if you have these jack pads, why they can be very dangerous. Okay, you might be wondering why I'm making a video on how to jack a car. I mean, it's simple, right? Not with a BMW. There is so many bad videos out there how to jack a car. I felt compelled to make this video. The first ones show this. Just take your jack and start jacking against that pickup point. Problem is, number one, it's plastic, okay? Plastic is not designed for high loads and compression. When you're jacking it up against the edges, number one, they start failing, and you can see that this one's fine, but I can show you my front one, how the edges start curling in. And once they start curling in, these proper tools will not fit in the jack posts. So don't just start jacking against these. Don't put wood against these, okay? Wood is not designed for high compressive loads, okay? So that's a no-no. Okay, I got it in. You got to insert it into the jacking post first. Vehicle, and you start jacking. And I started doing this, and you can see that rubber's compressing like hell. I mean, it's pretty obvious once I remove it, you'll see why. You see what it's doing, guys? And you see how that's plastic, right? Inside is solid, so you don't want to be jacking against the edges. So let's pull this down. Remove this. And you see what's happening. This is your typical jack. You might have a bigger cup, but that sharp edge is jacking against here. So it's gonna pierce. See, it's already starting to pierce this rubber. That's not safe, okay? You can shear this rubber. So what I said is, these aren't good either. Putting wood against it is good. What am I gonna do? Voila, this is what I designed. It's got that same rectangular fitting, but it's got a circle and that little pin. Get some better light here. So it's got the pin, okay, to fit in this hole. And the edge here has the cup. Okay, this is a better angle here to show you how this is made. So I just reverse engineered the top, made it a little smaller, okay, so that this fits in the damaged jacking post. Because what happens when you jack against those plastic edges, it starts curling in the edge. So I made this one a little smaller. Okay, the circle is slightly smaller than this cup, and that fits in there. And I can put a C-pin, cotter pin at the bottom to hold it, but no need. This has got the full support here where it's jacking against here, and it's locked in here. It's not going anywhere. So watch how this works. Okay, see that, guys? Locks in. The jack is locked. That's not going anywhere. Can't move sideways, can't move forward. That's the proper way to lock. Don't ever jack against these edges or put a jack stand against these edges, okay? Get inside there. That's what those tools are designed. We see you have nothing shearing, everything is fully supported. Okay, here's another shot. Better view, you see the pin going through, locked in, completely stable. Okay, now let's go to the front. Okay, so a lot of videos show those edges then resting on your jack stand. You see how it's possible, but is it smart? Absolutely not. Right? Those edges are not designed to hold the car. And you can see them curling because somebody lifted this car improperly. Okay? What I would do, if you don't have anything to fit it in, I would stick this inside. Okay? Sorry about that. I would stick that inside these jack stands, jack posts. Okay? And have one edge out. It won't touch this, I've tried it before, but I'm going to show you something better. Okay, so this is a prototype I printed off 3D printer. It's plastic. Okay? So it fits inside the jacking posts, and then it rests on these edges there, 1 and 2, and then the circle is just to prevent it from moving forward and reverse. Okay, it kind of locks in there, but it can only seat on one surface, so it's sitting on this and these flat surfaces. Okay, let me take this off and show you what it actually looks like. Okay, so that's one prototype there. Another one I have is this one here that sits in line with it, and it's got these tabs here to lock it in place. Okay, and then that slides underneath there. Okay, so what do I want to get at? Don't do that. Okay, don't put in the edge. Get something in there to rest in here. Okay, I like these. I'm going to get them made in steel and try them out. But the concept works. You see how it's not sitting on the circle here? That's just to prevent it moving too far. Okay, it should stop against these edges, but this circle is just in case. And these tabs are another safety feature to prevent it from going in and out. Your safety is important, right? Always have a backup plan. Even with jack stands, if you're under a car, put wheels under the car. Keep the jack there. Okay, and remember to chock the wheels. Put the handbrake on, chock the wheels, and be safe. Disclaimer, I am not responsible for any injury, any fatality, any stupidity on your part. I'm just trying to make this video because the ones out there are terrible. Be smart, design something, be safe, and yeah, I mean, these rubber pieces that they're selling everywhere, this part is great, but this part is going to get torn unless your jack accommodates this big diameter rubber. What I suggest, if you have one of these and you want to try to use them, is cut the rubber down to fit in the cup of your jack. Okay, but then for the jack stand, they'll be too small, so you might want to keep one for the jack stand. Okay, even still, I'm not crazy about having rubber between me and the car, and you see you can't get these ones in, so be safe out there. Double up and keep it between the ditches, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, and like.